How's it going, everyone? I had the special privilege yesterday to play a game called D-Day Enhanced. I want to give a quick thank you to the developers, Strange Games, for giving me access and inviting me to play in their content creator event on the 21st. It was pretty fun. I really enjoyed the game. I think there's a lot of upside to this game. And for those of you who are wondering, D-Day Enhanced is set to come out as of recording tomorrow. So it's going to be January 23rd. And it's I'm pretty sure, exclusive to PlayStation VR 2. And D-Day Enhanced is a World War II shooter, and I will explain to you exactly how they describe their game. So it is set in World War II. D-Day Enhanced offers a large battlefield-type experience with 64-player matches and game modes, such as team deathmatch, domination, and free-for-all. You can drive vehicles such as tanks and jeeps around large outdoor environments. Key features are the large battlefield matches with up to 64 players, vehicle combat, progression system for unlocking class abilities and weapon attachments, native 120Hz refresh rate with option for manual adjustment, 4-player classes, 19 different customizable weapons, 11 unique player characters, 56 weapon skins, 4 base maps plus 3 seasonal maps, and adaptive trigger and headset vibration. So after playing the game yesterday and jumping around and doing certain things, we never really had a full 64-player lobby because of the amount of people that we were playing with the content creators. But I can imagine with 64 players, this game would be freaking crazy because they do say that it's large battlefield matches with up to 64 players, but I wouldn't say that the maps are very large. Some of the maps can be pretty large, but with 64 players, it doesn't feel like it's like I wouldn't put it on this large scale compared to something like Hell Let Loose or Battlefield, not even close. But it is some maps are relatively sizable for 64 players, and some maps are really small. Almost feels like you're playing Shipment from Call of Duty. The other thing about this game is that it is very fast-paced. So one of the settings that they have is that you can change your character's movement speed. And in my personal opinion, I don't think that should be an option, just because being able to change your movement speed is nice for some people who just either don't like running really fast in VR and they want to run slow, or people who want to run really fast and don't want to move slow. But the problem you have with that is 90% of players are just going to crank that all the way to 100, running around like crazy people, and that'll just turn your game into a very fast-paced game. So anybody that's got it lower is at a disadvantage, and everybody running around at the highest speed is at an advantage. And if you want a game to be very fast-paced, then I'm totally cool with that. It's not my deal for VR. I'm not the biggest fan of these fast-paced Call of Duty-like team deathmatch shooters. But if that's your thing, then that's your thing. And I think that they should make it set in stone just so that there aren't people running around like crazy. And if you want them to be running around really fast, then set it really fast. If you don't want people to run really fast, set it low, because then it will make everybody on the same playing field. But otherwise, it is pretty fun. The gun combat feels it feels at times really good, but when I played it, it was still very beta. So there's still a lot of kinks to work out. And I'm sure that when it comes out tomorrow, it'll be really fun and feel very smooth. There were some things that weren't working and some things that were pretty buggy. But again, that's to be expected with a beta game, so I'm not going to be hard on it there. The different weapon customization and all of the progression feels really good. It's really fun. And being able to customize your weapons feels very cool. And I really do like that they made everything free. There is no microtransaction. There aren't any the battle pass that is going to be in the game is going to be completely free and accessible to everyone, which is huge. And I was talking to the developer, and I was telling him that if you want people to enjoy your game and enjoy who you are, that is definitely the way to do it, because that shows that they aren't here to gouge your wallets. They're not here to they're definitely going to make money off of this game, but that's not their whole goal. What their goal is to make a game that you're going to enjoy, a game that you're going to have fun playing with your friends, and you're not going to feel like the company's trying to be a scummy money grabbing company, which is awesome. So a couple things about it that I obviously would change was, one, the movement speed. The sniper scopes, I'm pretty sure they're working on it, or I mentioned it to the dev and he said he'd take a look. But when you look at look down the sight of a sniper, it looks like you're looking through the backside of a binoculars, where everything in the scope is far away. But if you hold the left trigger down, it turns your entire screen into a scope. And personally, I really am not a big fan of that kind of sniping in VR because it just doesn't feel like, it feels like they're trying to mix controller sniping with VR sniping, which just doesn't really meld well for me. I know that's why a lot of people didn't like Crossfire Sierra Squad, because the sniping just isn't realistic. And in this game, if they fix the scope being zoomed all weird, then it doesn't matter at all. And then, so the game modes, when we played yesterday, a lot of what it was just jumping into a server, the one server that was going, and we'd play around and then go on to the next game mode. And I don't know if like when it comes out, you'll be able to pick game modes where I'll be able to go into the menu, pick domination and only play domination, or only free for all, or only team deathmatch. When we were playing, it was just rotating, and I think that's just because of beta, but it will be really fun to go in and play a bunch of different game modes. And they were humoring the idea of a battle royale. They didn't guarantee it, and they were thinking maybe, but it wasn't set in stone. So that one, if it does come out, is going to be a while. And the other thing about this game is the maps are pretty small. So when you have 64 people, 32 v 32, with how fast the movement is, it is just crazy hectic. People are running around, gunning you down all left and right. And if they change the movement speed to a lot slower, then it'll be a lot more enjoyable, and it'll make the maps feel like they're a lot bigger. But if they keep it where you can do whatever you want with your movement speed, then it's going to feel like all these maps that actually are pretty sizable are going to feel a lot smaller because everyone's running around really fast. I don't know. It's not my favorite thing, but if you like that fast-paced Call of Duty-like combat in a VR game, I know there aren't many like it, then you're gonna love it. It's not my favorite thing or my cup of tea, but so yeah, I think that's basically it for this game. I want to thank the developers again, Strange Games. They are awesome. They're really good dudes. They're really nice, and they were taking so much feedback and constructive criticism in an awesome way. They're doing a really good job, and I like their attitude and the reason why they're making this game. Again, they are not here for your money. They're just here to make a game that everyone will enjoy, and they're just here to satisfy their player base, which is extremely optimistic for a video game. I think that no matter what, it will do good for that exact reason. And thank you guys so much for watching this video.